This video is sponsored by Midas Collection, the only Tamiya authorized dealer in Northern California. Hello guys, today I'm gonna do a demonstration how to make this 35mm extra large tire. And before I start it, I want to talk a little bit about this type of tire. And this type of tire, as you can see, has a very small contact surface. It's like a blade, basically, and because the small surface of contact to the ground, so this type of tire has better steering on the corner. Actually, it's sliding. You know, it's lower resistance on the corner. And plus, the weight of this type of tire is like at least 60% lighter than the regular size of this type of tire. And the second thing I want to talk about the regulation. Tamiya regulation allowed you to have a maximum diameter size for the tire is 35mm. The largest diameter tire, which is Tamiya manufacturer, it is 32mm. Which is, as you can see, this type right here. This is 32mm, and this is 31mm. That's the maximum size Tamiya manufacturer. So, in order to having better top speed, taking advantage of the large diameter tire, so you have to try to make a tire and to be 35mm. So in this case, you have better top speed. But for the better acceleration, you have to reduce the weight of the tire. And so it comes with this type of tire right now. So basically you are, as you can see right here, it is 2-layer. It's white is the inner layer, the pink one right here is outer layer. So basically this type of tire, you are double stack the both tire to make it to be a 35mm. Okay, another thing I want to talk about it, Tamiya regulation. So in order to follow the regulation and make a minimum your tire the width for the tire is 8mm. Illegal. As you can see, both tire I keep a little bit. Let me give it a better angle. I keep a little bit side here, and you see the white side here, and a black spongy tire right here. This is for follow the regulation, because if you don't have that side attached to it, so your tire gonna be less than 3mm. In this case, that's not legal. What's the minimum size for the Tamiya regulation? And before I start, I want to talk about the what type of tire is best for making this type of 35mm tire. Okay, here's all the tire I have. For this demonstration, I won't be really detailed. The best tire for beginner racer to starting all type of tire. I'm only gonna show do the 35mm extra large tire. And the best for the outer layer tire is this one right here. Item number 94915, and it's available on the other color. This is the only color I have right now. And another one is this one, item number 15414. Okay, and both tire right here, it's all hard material. And please do not using a box stock soft tire, because when the car run into the corner, the outside tire will travel longer than the inside, because that's a differential. So if you have, if your tire cannot take the differential speed, it will corrupt. So it's better to have a very, very strong and hard tire can take the differential speed. So that's why I'm telling you right now, please do not using soft box stock tire. It's better to using this. As you can see, the label here says hard, large diameter. Better to using hard material rubber. This is also it doesn't say on the label, but I can tell you this is a hard material as well. Okay, let's go ahead and start it. Okay, the tool we need for making 35mm tire, first is a crazy glue, which is this one right here. Any type of it, doesn't really matter. And the one, any type of chassis you no longer use. Make sure the terminal is there, or the terminal. Okay. Third, you need a AO620 ball bearing. Only 2. But make sure please do not use this type of ball bearing. This type of ball bearing is too much waggle. Okay. The next we need, just get any kind of blade, razor. Make sure it's brand new. Make sure it's really sharp. Okay. And the next we need is number 100, 200, and 1000 sandpaper or either sandstone, which is right here. Any type, doesn't really matter. And next we need is the lower speed gear ratio. I'm gonna use this 4.2 to 1 ratio gear set right here. Okay. The other thing you need a shaft, and make sure the shaft is really straight. Before you put on it, make sure it's not really crooked. Okay. And another thing we need is a 28 to 30,000 RPM model. Today I'm gonna using this Ultra Dash. If you have Spring Dash, go ahead and use it as well. If you want to save the money, you can go eBay to find a $2 like 30,000 RPM model on the eBay as well. And the next thing you need is 2 set of battery. You can using those kind of 2000 capacity rechargeable battery. Any kind of, doesn't really matter. And we have everything here we need. Let's go ahead and start it. Okay, first we're gonna set a wheel on the top of the shaft. And the next we're gonna put this AO620 ball bearing in on both ends. Okay. Next, roller spacer, which is this one right here. Let me give you a better angle. Okay. For right here. Okay. It's like this. Then put right here, and I'm starting to put a gear. Okay. After you putting the wheel on the chassis, make sure it's real straight. Like this. Just keep turning. A little bit crooked is okay, but have to be at least like a 95% straight. So this one, it's pretty straight. As you can see, it's probably a little bit crooked, but if it's a little bit crooked, it's either the wheel it's defective, or either the shaft is defective. So either way, but most likely it's the shaft. So make sure if it's crooked a lot, make sure you change another shaft until it's really straight. This one is it's pretty straight. Okay, and the next you're gonna lock the other side. So for this side, you have 2 options. Either put another wheel on it, attached to it, or either if you have a wheel locker, which is this one right here, this is actually they call it extender stopper. So today I only gonna using this one, but if you don't have this stopper, you can using another wheel just attached to it to lock the whole shaft. So okay, gonna just using this stopper to lock the other side. Okay. By the way, when you lock the other side, make sure you lock all the way. What I mean is make sure it's not moving, okay? Like this. It's not waggle. So it's maybe I lock too, just lose a little bit. It's too tight. But try to lock. Let me give a better angle. See, it's not moving. Okay, just make sure it's not moving. And next, then you putting everything, the counter gear, you know, everything. Okay, here we go. I just put 2 battery on, and turn on. It's gonna be like this. Okay, let's do first step. And I'm gonna put a huge giant box here because the reason why I just don't want all the scrap like spill around my house. So if you don't have these kind of boxes, okay, just get a like a 13 by 13 by 13 a carbon box and cut it and make sure the side is open. You can have your hand, you know, get in. You can, you know, any kind of size you're comfortable with. If you don't have it, it's okay, but you're just gonna mess around your home. Okay, first I'm gonna take this one out. This is the item number 15414, the arc hard tire. This is gonna be the inner layer. Okay, so first make sure you're gonna, let me give you a better angle. Make sure this side right here is toward inside. I'm gonna explain later, just look right now. Just put on it. Make sure it's level with the wheel. Okay, it's gonna be like this. Okay, the next gonna turn the power on. By right now, don't put any crazy glue yet. So just turn on. Okay. Make sure the blade always behind the wheel. If your blade is this way, you're gonna cut yourself. Okay. By the way, make sure you're wearing a safety goggle because when you're cutting, there's a lot of scrap coming out. You don't want that spill into your eye. Okay. Make sure the blade always behind the wheel. If your wheel spin this way, your blade have to be behind that. If your wheel spin this way, make sure it's behind like this direction. Okay? So okay, it's gonna be like this. Let me give you a better angle. The reason why you wanna cut the about like 2 millimeter side off, because when the arc tire, the center part is most highest diameter, so you're gonna using this part to mounting the outer layer. So you're gonna cut the 2 millimeter off from the side, and make sure after you cut it, just using sandpaper to like this. Let me show you. Using sandpaper to fix the side, make it smooth and flat. Okay. The next you're gonna do is you're gonna take this piece off and turn around like this. Okay. Make sure you fix all the edges. Make sure it's 100% attached to the lid here. Let me give you a better angle. Okay, you can see it's all touched. Okay. Right now, I'm gonna apply some crazy glue on it. So, the way to apply crazy glue, basically, you starting from side first. But before you apply on it, it's better way is remove the wheel first. Holding the wheel like this. Take off from the chassis, and then you starting from side. Let me focus a little bit. Then wait for like 5 minutes after it's completely dry. Okay, it's dry already. Before you start it, double check. Just using a fingernail to poke on it, see any parts loose. So if you feel it's solid, super strong, then you're okay. And for this side, you see because we didn't glue it, so it's kind of open. Don't worry about it. We're gonna talk about that part later. Let me put this back to the chassis. Right now, I'm gonna starting to using number 100 sandpaper and the razor and the number 500 sandstone to working on the first layer. Okay. Okay, I just finished first layer. Let me give a better angle. So basically what I did is using these different tools to file the surface, because it used to be like arc. It's like this part stick out. So what I did is like I make like, let me give a better angle on this way. I make this side level flat. So right now you can see the surface. Let me give a better angle if you can see it. Okay, right now you can see from point here to here, it's no longer round or arc. It's flat. It's like basically it's like a 180 degree right now. It's complete flat level. So this part I gonna glue the second layer. I'm going to glue on the top of red tire on the top of the white tire. That's okay, why I file the surface on the white tire is flat. In this case, has better contact with the red tire. In this case, the glue will make these two tires bounce pretty good. Okay, before you attach the red tire to the white tire, as you can see, it doesn't really fit. But you're not gonna to force the red tire to attach to the white tire, because in this case, it's not gonna be evenly attached to the white tire. So basically, what you have to do is like you are going to using your both finger. You're holding like this, and this hand holding like this, basically like this. Then you're gonna stretch a little bit, not too hard. Make sure it's not too hard, just a little bit. And this side, and it just keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Just keep doing like that, and just basically you're losing the rubber. Again, look at my finger. I'm keep turning the tire to different angle to make the tire can be loose evenly. Some other people they pour this kind of tire into a boil water because the heat can make this kind of tire getting loose. But it's up to you. But this is the way I did it. So I'm just gonna keep turning. Again, a couple times later, my finger to stretch the tire. You will know, as you can see right here. See, it's getting bigger and bigger. Okay, once it's getting large enough to can fit on that, what you have to do is like you starting from this angle first. Right now it's pretty easy to put on it. Okay, so you're just gonna put like that. Make sure do not stretch one side really hard. You have to evenly, okay, listen, evenly to put on it. Make sure all the density around the tire have to be exactly same. So let me just go ahead and put on it. Okay, just finish here. Take a look at it. Okay, make sure this edge, this end of tire have to be I'm pointing at right now same level to the okay, have to be even, either level or either over a little bit. But you cannot be short like this. Okay, you have to be over it. You have to be over it. And then next, we're gonna apply some crazy glue on the side right here. And again, take the wheel off from the chassis, and it's easier for you to apply the crazy glue. So you're gonna start in here again, make sure that all the gap will fill up, and okay, we're gonna wait for another 5 minutes until it's dry. Okay, it's already dry, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start to trim it. Okay, so to cut off the shape of the tire first, I'm going to using the razor. Okay, let me give you a little bit explanation how I did it. Because when I was doing it, you probably cannot see the detail. Basically, let me give a better angle. Basically, remember, originally, this side right here is a little bit over to here. So you have to starting from inside to cutting a little bit side off to make this side is level to that, because this side is used to be a little bit over, so you have to cut it and it makes level. And for this side of tire, the part I just cutting off to the half, which is this piece right here. Okay, you starting from middle of the line, and basically you cut the tire half, and then you have the shape right now. That's what you have. So you cut it here and here. So the shape for the tire is here right now. So let me get a caliper. So you only gonna keep about 4 millimeter. Okay, but later I'm gonna trim. I'm gonna cut off more. But for started, you have to starting around like 4 millimeter. Okay. The next, remember, you only apply quick glue on inside, but not outside. So this is a time to apply crazy glue inside. I mean outside. Basically, you are going to. This is a very tricky part. So you're gonna see the gap. See the gap. You can open it. You're gonna apply crazy glue inside the gap like this. Okay, just keep open the gap. Keep turning. Make sure it's all the way to the gap. Open a gap. Okay. Open the gap again. Fills up the gap and close it. Open the gap. Fill up and close it. Okay. So let's wait for another 5 minutes to make sure the glue will gonna be dry. Okay, it's already dry. So next I'm gonna just using the razor right here, the number 100 sandpaper, number 500 sandstone, to do the detail modification on this tire. So basically I'm starting from inside and to fix the side a little bit, and also gonna trim this part off, and also gonna make it a little bit slinger. Okay, let me just go ahead and start it. Okay, just almost finished there. So as you can see, it's already, you can see the nice shape. So this is only like a probably 60% finish. And remember, we didn't apply crazy glue on right here, because we used to have another half white tire attached to here. So right now is the time to apply the crazy. Same, not open too much, just like a little bit the side. Make sure you open a little bit gap, can let the crazy glue get into it and fill up the gap. Just make sure around it. Okay, so let me give a better angle. It's gonna be like this. Okay, so we're gonna wait for another 5 minutes, wait for it to dry. Okay, it's already dry, but there's some dirty looking crazy glue around the tire and the wheels. The next gonna do, you're gonna using either razor or either sandstone or either sandpaper to remove all those extra crazy glue. Okay, just go ahead and do it. Okay, let me give you a better angle. Right now it's looking a little bit better than before. So there's no extra stuff on it. And let me see the side. Okay. Okay, next we gonna do is we gonna using a digital caliper first. Let me give a better angle. We're gonna measure what's the size right now. So as you can see, the size right now is 36. So that's not legal. So you're gonna make it around like a 35 or either 34.8 or 34.9. Doesn't matter, but you're gonna make it smaller. Okay, so in order to make it smaller, you're gonna using a number 100 sandpaper to file it, or either if you want to if you have enough scale, you can using a razor to cut like this. But for beginner people, so for beginner razor, just using a high number, like a number 100 sandpaper, to gently, slowly, like turn on like this, to file little by little. So you just have to keep, like after you file a little bit, to keep measuring. See the size. If the size is going too small, too close to the 35 or 30, 35.1 or 34.9. After that, you're gonna using a really fine, like a number 500 or either number 1000 sandpaper to polish the surface. Okay, so let me just go ahead and start it to show you how to do it. Let me focus a little bit before I start it. Okay. Okay, we almost there, I believe. Let's see. It's yeah, we're pretty close. It's around 35. So next, just like keep like using. So when you're getting really close to 35, you have to starting to using this one, the really fine sandpaper or sandstone to polish the surface. So when you keep polish, just make sure you keep measure, monitor the size. Okay, so right now it's almost there, so I'm just gonna keep doing that and then finish it. Okay, I think it should be around 35 right now. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, it's let me give a better angle. Okay, right now it's 34. Okay, let me lose a little bit. 34 point, it's 35 basically. So let's keep like turn around to make sure it's a size even. So each side around 35, so which means pretty good. So okay, you can see. Let me see. Okay, so let me give you a better angle. You can see the detail. So it's pretty nice. And this part, the inside right here, if you think it's a little bit dirty or either too much like rough, you can just go ahead using the sandstone to fix it, and just like turn it on, then touch it, like polish it like this. It will fix all the problem. And let's see the width of tire. Let me give it a better angle. Okay, so right now the width of tire is 3.39 millimeter. People ask me what's a better size for the width. Let me tell you, it depends. For the atomic turn class, you better keep it like I would say 2 millimeter or 2.5 millimeter. But for the open class model, which is like spring dash, ultra dash, jet dash, you better keep like around like 3 millimeter or either 2.8, 2.7. I would say 2.7 to 3 millimeter for the width. So right now it's probably, let me see, let me go back. Right now it's a little bit too big, but I'm just giving you a demonstration. But if you want to trim a little bit slinger, you can go ahead and do it. And basically we are about 80% finished here. Okay, the reason why I'm saying only 80% done here, because we have the regulation for the maximum size for the diameter of tire of 35. So this is 35, so we're legal, but we're not legal for the minimum width for the tire attached to the wheel. We only have about like let me see, 3.3 millimeter width of the tire attached to the wheel. So we have to make another piece attached to it to make it's to be follow the regulation for the minimum width 8 millimeter to make this tire 100% legal for the Tamiya regulation. So for that part, actually, I'm going to use the spongy tire, which is right here. the sponge tire available on different color, but I only have orange today, so I'm just gonna using this orange as for the demonstration. So it's pretty simple. You're just gonna attach to it. Make sure it's all the way to very. Let me give it a better angle. To all the way. Make sure it's. Don't make sure there's no gap like this. You have to make sure it's really. The tire was attached to the very end of the wheel. So let me just go ahead and finish it real quick. Okay, it's gonna be like this. Then next step is pretty simple. Turn on. Okay, let me just go ahead show you. Okay, I'm almost finished there. So basically you are trim off, makes it like super skinny. So using knife to cut the most part of it. Next, using either sandpaper or sandstone to trim off more. So let me just go ahead and do that. So as you can see, after you're almost there, there's an extra part right here. So you're just gonna turn it on, and then using knife. Let me give you a better angle. Using knife to attach to the side, like this. Gonna do that again. Okay. Then we fix again. Make sure again to make sure the all the sponge tires like contact to the wheel inside, like all the way. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. So let's fix a little bit more. Okay, so let's double check again. Make sure it's what I'm saying is like all the way. Remember, just make sure it's all the way. Okay, so let me give you a better angle. So we are 100% finished here. Let me focus. Okay. And the reason why I'm attached the sponge tire right here, and this sponge tire for the attach, is just for the follow the regulation. So basically you play with the regulation, because the regulation only mention you need at least 8mm width of the tire attached to the wheel, but they mention how much contact surface have to contact to the ground. So you only have to make it like 8mm width. So which is right now, see, it's already 10mm. So which means it's pretty much enough for the regulation. So, and another thing, the reason I attach a sponge tie, because sponge tie is lighter. So this piece right here is less than 0.2 gram. So you save a lot of weight on the tire. So your tire right now is super light. Okay. Let me give you a better angle. See, the tire's pretty nice. It's perfect. And by the way, if you don't feel, you see, I'm holding my my chassis and trim the tire like this position. But if you not feel comfortable, it's better with holding like this on the backward. But your blade gonna be here. So in this position, it's make you more comfortable. Okay. So, but don't worry about the way I'm showing on the video like this way, because I'm getting used to it. But for the beginner racer, you better holding like this way. It's more reliable if you're holding like this way. Okay, thank you for watching my YouTube channel, and for the next video, I'm gonna do another advanced scale for the mini 4-wheel drive.